What's up, my friends? Welcome back to another episode of Sunday Sessions with Rich Podcast. If you're new, welcome. You can find me on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. And yeah, pretty sure that's where everybody listen to. Enough of the jabber. Welcome back, Jasmine.
Welcome, dude. It's been 6 months, and the
Yes.
last time we chatted on the pod, I was with Andy in Bangkok. So I know it's going to be a really good episode for us to catch up for what the last 6 months has brought for us.
If you're new to like Jasmine, if you're like your first time listening, go back to our old like timestamps with Jasmine in the span of like a month or two. It's constant shifting through dope realities. And it's cool to hear it in real time. But then it's like a record of everything you once you the old reality was you could look back and be like, damn, I forgot about that. That shit was dope.
Dude, yes. But I think that's important for everyone to kind of just like realize, because I feel like we really take for granted sometimes, like the changes that we were looking for in our lives, but like it becomes so normal. And like that's that should be the case with every manifestation. It should feel normal.
But the fact that ah, the fact that it's a normal thing just shows that that's the frequency that you're on. Like before, it might be like a up and down, like dip thing, but now it's just like I just expect this ain't even nothing now. Just it's normal for me.
Yes. Like I'm really trying to remember the last time where I had a manifestation. It's like I was like super, like when you get those moments where you're like, whoa. Like I'm thinking about
I
that Will
love
Smith
those.
scene in Pursuit
Hmm.
of Happiness when he's walking down the road and he finally gets the job and everything comes together and he's just like crying from happiness.
Bro,
I love that feeling.
and I don't mind crying.
Yes.
It's oh, that's the sweetest one. It's like a pure checkmate moment.
Checkmate moment. I love that.
It is oh, that feeling, bro. Is and you know that exact moment when you like had that feeling was like, damn, I'm just utterly lost for words. Like you can
Yeah.
feel the love in that moment.
Yes.
It's
It's
like a
love.
hug. It's love. It's like a hug, but like
Yes.
it's internal.
Yes.
That's the best way to
Do you
describe
remember?
it.
Do you remember the last time you felt that way?
Yes, I've had quite a few recently though. What was the last one? Oh, so long story short, because I know I'll babble on. Um, had a random lawsuit come through for a job I applied to like 7, 8 years ago. Long story short, something with discrimination. Get an email about a check for that abundance. Then that was one more. I was like, what the fuck? Another one was with my college tuition being completely wiped, all 60K. I got an email last week.
What?
Um, yes, bro. So I think I've told you a story, but long story short, last semester was when I was in college, my higher self just it was a voice that said, you're gonna drop out, take the
Yeah.
low rest trap, that one. So I listened to it. Long story short, I'm in a sales training program, and they choose one person a year to pay their student debt completely off. And I was chosen. Didn't even know about it. All 60K. I got an email last week for them to pay the final remainder. And I think it's like 13,000. And I'm
Mhm.
done.
Wow,
And I
dude.
told myself that I would not pay that money myself. And this magically appeared.
Dude,
It
that's
still
what
feels
happened. That's what happened to me recently with some credit card debt. Like, I was feeling good about it. Like, I wasn't stressed. Like, I legit was never stressed about it because I just knew
yeah.
like it's gonna be handled. Like, dude, I'm not gonna die. Like, like
Yes.
it's really not that big of a deal. Like in a great scheme of things. And recently I was kind of like casually affirming because I was like going through like, like what would I like to see happen? And I was just like out like legit casually affirming. I was like, it would be so nice if like this debt was just like magically gone, or like I didn't have to work extra for it.
Yeah.
And the perfect situation happened where it's like I'm literally getting the exact amount of money to clear it. And I was like, bro, like it really is that easy.
I've seen a situation. I saw this it was like a Instagram clip where this guy, he was in prison and he kept affirming to himself that he would get out. Like just it's more to what he said. And then a situation happened where they looked at his case again and found that the drugs they tested for wasn't actually drugs. So it's multiple things you can go with that story. One, you I don't even know how you would even fucking script that, but just that's true delusion. Like I'm
Mhm.
gonna get out this shit. I don't fucking care. I know I'm locked up there, but like it's just it's so much you can do.
Yeah,
There's so much you
seriously.
can do,
And you said that you've been getting into Neville more. What's
bro.
like your
Yeah,
like what are your thoughts around it right now or your experiences?
I'm realizing that is you got to find what works for you with your practices of creating your reality. Like for
Mhm.
you and Andy, for example, you guys have something that you do every day, like a practice, or just where it's not a chore, where it's just like fun and ease, right? And it's been something, it's just, it's like Bashar too, for example. Like I always listen to him, but now it's like it's just hitting so much deeper now. And I don't, maybe it's because I'm on that
Yeah.
level of understanding, but it's different parts that's drawn to you. But it's like the core message that they're saying, like I feel it and it resonated. So like, you feeling and being in that character, like it's just like if you acting and you playing a role, you have to immerse yourself in that character. And I don't know what the fuck they've been saying, but I've been daily putting that into practice where I'll just take a moment or just in situations, I'll be completely transparent. I lost my job in sales and the missus like not like she'll just be like, joke around like, haha, you're unemployed. But I'll use that and I'll say, no, actually, I'm self-employed. And like I'll use those little moments to like
I
flip the
love that.
script. So even
Yes.
even even before I was let go, and a person might ask you a question, and I'll still put myself in that end state and just not caring. And I'll use that like, oh, okay. You're playing this perfect character for me in my play and my stage. Thank you for providing me this contrast. I'm gonna use it to affirm what I'm mentally chattering about, the conversation that I'm having. This is practice. This is a test
Yes.
to see if I'm really about the reality and the character that I want. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
making like it's clicking. And so like
Yeah.
the when I'm not practicing or if I'm not consciously doing the little things I know I'm supposed to do, I'll feel that dip in my vibration and energy versus when I'm not. And it's such a sweet place to be in.
Mhm.
It's just been resonating so much deeply.
Yes. Did and I think like even those like little moments where you like oh like feel a little bit triggered or like if someone says something and it's
Yeah.
like you kind of just like get this feeling in your body like
Yeah.
that's a perfect indicator for like where you could just like honestly clear like that like it's literally showing you what
Yes.
area that you could just like focus on for just even like a little bit and then like completely transcend it for the next level. Dude, I love that you've been
Oh,
using those moments. That's
it's
so perfect.
you because something like something could have like offend you or it could just be the most unrealistic thing. But who cares? Who
Hmm.
cares? And if it pushes you even further to an emotional state where you get triggered or it upsets you, again, it's another test for you to say, okay, am I really about this? Because if I'm truly in that reality, why is this bothering me?
Yes.
If I'm already in that car, why are you saying, oh, you still driving that beat up, blah, blah, blah? That's
Yes.
I know I'm not beat, I know I'm not still driving. I'm in my Ferrari right now.
Yes.
Like just use it as a like they're so deeply in the character that you forget that they're playing a character for you. It's you playing a character for you.
Yes. One of my favorite things that Bashar says is about like the only reason you get triggered or you really take things personally is
Yeah.
that some part of you does resonate with it.
Yes.
And once you
Yes.
realize that like it doesn't, then that's when you have the power to completely let it go. So he always gives that example of like if I told you right now, it's like "Ugh, your blue hoodie is so horrible. You're not even like and you take it personally, it's like, bro, you're not even wearing a blue hoodie.
Exactly.
Like that comment like would completely like unfreeze you. So it's like
Yes.
it's only because if you resonate with it, that's when you would actually be like, oh shit, like I like my blue hoodie. Like, what's wrong with it? Like,
Exactly. I think it's
you're not even
dope.
wearing a blue hoodie. Like,
And it's such a more easier way to live, but then again, you have to know that you create this. Like it's circumstances don't matter, only your state of being matters. Shout out to Bashar.
yeah,
Like that line just fucking just stuck with me. If I catch myself like allowing myself to take this play seriously, I'm able to call myself out and pull myself out of the drama. That's just the show being
yeah,
played out.
yeah.
It's fun. It's just fun.
Bro, along this line, like, because I recently had a breakthrough,
Mhm.
pretty much like combining all the concepts for Bashar Neville, and
Yeah.
my friend was telling me more about Joe Dispenza's teachings. I'm
Yes, I'm
like,
familiar with your
funny,
Spencer.
like, low-key, I thought I knew his teachings, but a part of me, like, I was actually a science major, like, I studied biology, and I feel like after a certain point, like I guess like because I knew Joe Dispenza focused a lot on like the science behind everything.
Mhm.
I didn't really pay attention to the science because I was like I kind of just assumed I would already know it. But bro, I didn't realize like how insane his research actually was. So my friend was telling me that like, bro, like, all right, like even taking Neville's
Yes.
practices of like imagining being in the end state, like fully embodying the state um that you want to live. Joe
Hmm.
Dispenza is saying, whenever we're taking that time and practice to like meditate, imagine, and like really like 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 when you can imagine something like you really want, like you just start to get happy, like you can feel
Yeah.
the emotion associated with it.
Yeah.
Joe Dispenza is saying, when that happens, bro, and we can hold onto that feeling for even just a little bit, like throughout the day, our DNA literally rips open and comes back together to start to align with this new state. So like if you're
Man.
affirming for example, there was he did a experiment with like a group of people that actually worked out like a few times a week for like let's say like 6 weeks. And then another group of people like they just meditated and like imagined and then like felt the positive effects of working out. It's like, like man, like that was such a great workout. My body feels so good. I could see the results. My muscles are getting stronger. At the end of the experiment, the people that really focused on just the imagination and the feeling of
I
it had
love
better.
that. I love that.
Their
Ah.
DNA and body literally changed. That's crazy.
Ah.
And now I'm wondering too, it's like that's making me think like, so people who are millionaires or billionaires or like
Mhm.
can really feel that level of abundance and truly
Yeah.
believe because they're experiencing it. There's no
Yeah.
like doubt. Um, their DNA must be different. Like literally.
Oh. Because with so much to unpack with this, with
Yes.
the with the with the gym example, like if you visualize in like let's just say your bicep, for example, is enormously large, it makes sense that the DNA is going to morph to that suggestion, that command. But like you said, like what Joe Dispenza said, the feeling and the visualization, that's the juice, that's the gas to the car,
Yes.
all across the board. Oh,
That's so cool. Like Neville's explaining like the practice on like the process,
yes,
and then Joe Dispenza's like proving the evidence for
yes.
it and like what happens with the actual results.
I feel like because it's levels of awareness. Like it's like a portrait. Like you're gonna see different things of the portrait, and the way that Joe Dispenza like describes things, it's for the logical mind to be able to grasp it. Like it's some people where you say something, we're like, ah, that makes sense. I don't need any logical or scientific proof. I know internally, instinctually, this is what's up. Other people will. Sorry, my kitten was doing kitten things. It's people who are in the life like I need to see proof. Science needs to back it up for it to fully. I don't do that airy fairy lulu stuff, and that's where it's just everyone's saying the same thing, but like it's just different interpretations of it.
Yes.
It's so honestly so amazing. Have you have first of all, I know that you and Andy are doing meditations on Twitter. Please talk about that. I haven't done
Oh,
this in
yeah.
ages. Apologies.
So if you're on Twitter, we started a community called Andy and Jasmine's Meditations, and we're just meditating. We create a space and we hop on and we meditate together as a group every single Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern.
I love this. Love
And
this.
we're kind of like, I mean, this is a co-creation. It's not just about us like leading it. Like we're
Mm.
asking, like we constantly ask people like that are involved, like session by session, like, are you guys feeling a silent meditation, a guided meditation?
Oh, I
Like,
love that.
and I could usually tap into, usually I lead it. Oh, like the guided.
Hmm.
Um, and it's so interesting. Like I could usually tap into like kind of like the vibe of the group. It's like, do
Yeah.
people need more presence, like more body healing, more mindfulness? But
That's so
dude, it's so
awesome.
like, have you meditated in groups before?
It's been years to be honest with you.
Okay.
It's
Dude, it's
been
like
years.
I love like personally my whole body vibrates after a group meditation. I don't know,
Seriously?
yeah,
Oh.
there's something about like people coming together with the same shared intention. And it just like I don't know, it just like amplifies this really good feeling.
What time is it on Saturdays? I need to start doing that.
12 p.m. Eastern. So I think that would be
I think that's like 7 my time, 6, 7, which isn't a problem.
I'm gonna say 5 p.m.
Because you're five
No,
hours. Are you an hour ahead of Chicago or behind Chicago? Do you know?
oh I feel like I'm an hour after Chicago.
This is why we have Google. Hold on.
Yes, ChatGPT. Bro, I want to talk
Um,
about ChatGPT for a
let's
little bit
talk
too.
about no, let's talk about it, bro.
But yeah, anyone is seriously, literally anyone is welcome to join the meditation. And it's like when you hop on, like, oh, you can join anonymously too on spaces. So it's like, because I know sometimes on Twitter, like if you join a space, like it'll show that you're part of it.
There's nothing
So yeah,
wrong
like
with that though. We're meditating. We're meditating.
yeah. But for those, that was like actually really interesting because like
Oh, you're 5 hours
uh
behind.
5 hours. Okay. Okay, so like about 5 p.m. your like UK
Okay.
time on
That's
Saturday.
perfect.
But it's been, and I think like, yeah, we realized like there's really no space for these group meditations to come
Mhm.
together. So it's like, why not? Like, we just wanted to start one.
This is beautiful. And this is what happens when you follow your highest good.
Yes. And it's so cool because I've noticed that we've started a meditation before too. And like, bro, through that, we literally met all of our best friends right now around the
Oh, that's
world.
awesome.
It, it's such a beautiful place to like, dude, like, you're not just like meditating, like, you're probably going to meet your next best friend for real.
It'd be dope too, like everyone get together for something. Like just like you're helping bring people together, establish connectionships.
Yeah.
Well, where did I get that from? Add positivity and frequency. Oh, sorry, because I haven't done this in a while. It's like so many things I want to talk about.
Yes.
Abundance, the abundance frequency.
Hmm.
I've again, it's a practice you have to um and if you have like core beliefs around like spending and savings and lack and blah blah blah, there's work to be done with that. But when you're able to heal your money wound and look at things that from a state of abundance, even like we were talking about, even like let's say your boyfriend brings you a taco, for example. That's abundance. Money was spent on that. So that's a form
Yeah.
of money essentially.
Yeah.
And we forget about those little things, even if
Oh, yes. Like
go ahead.
abundance is not just about like literal physical money
Yes,
at all.
yes. Someone makes you let's say you're over a friend's house and they make you a sandwich. That's abundance.
Yes.
But you might think, you get the sandwich. Oh, damn, I don't even like cheese. I don't even know why they put cheese on my sandwich. You operate from a form of lack. The saying, okay, just take it off. You need to get a thought doesn't have to go with the cheese. Just thank you for this amazing sandwich. I'll just take the cheese off. There you go.
Yes. That actually happened to my boyfriend yesterday. We are at the monster truck show and he ordered a hot dog and the woman was so at the cashier was just so lovely. Like I could tell
I
like she was just
love
like had
that.
such a big smile. Like he paid and like she gave a little heart. And then we
Oh,
had to wait a little bit for the hot dog and she gave him two.
oh,
And
that's
then he was telling
dope.
me he was like, this shit only happens when I'm around you. And I was like, Duh,
Come
bro. Like,
on. Yeah. Walking vibration, baby.
but it's so cool. Like, bro, like that could literally just be a constant. Like, I expect stuff like that to happen all the
Yes.
time. Seriously.
Yes. Yes. Oh, but the things that we're telling you, it's just you have to just work it into like your
Yeah.
daily thing, and then you'll start noticing things happen, and then you just affirm to yourself that I expect these things to happen. But you're always coming from a place of gratitude, and if you can just stay in a place
Yeah.
of gratitude, hold the feeling state, and just be that character. It's just beautiful.
Yes. Weren't you for a while doing like the free like getting free coffees?
Yes, bro, I would. And I don't even go in and say I'm gonna get a free coffee or oh, it'd be nice if I had a free coffee today. I would just go in the shop and I would just always say, if I normally like if I'm interacting with like a any business, I'll say thank you, have a nice day, or have a great day. Or just like, provide like speak blessings on to other people basically. And I would do that at a coffee shop and then I just started getting free coffee. I was like, fuck, I'll go in. Just hand me a large Americano.
Yeah,
Thank
Americana.
thank you, my guy.
Dude, first of all, isn't it wild how like no one else in the world like drinks a big cup of coffee? Like, what is up with these like tiny ass sizes? Like, dude, I just want a mug of
That is,
hot coffee.
I feel like it's a different experience when you drink it from a mug versus a big ass cup. Like the coffee ain't hitting the same for me personally.
Yes.
Like, it's like a class, guys. Get you a little coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So with the like how are you like what have you been doing now to like really tap into like the frequency of abundance? Has it been like more gratitude practices?
It's been
Being
more
more
gratitude. Both of those. There is so there's multiple things I do. So I notice I can be I'm a creature of habit and I can if I allow myself not to do something for a certain point and I get comfortable, I will stay in that for a little bit until I pull myself inside and say, I don't like this reality anymore."
yes.
So I have daily listening to Neville Goddard like audio on YouTube, and I have a notification on my phone that goes off every hour that says, "Are you in the present moment, or are you future time traveling with your thoughts?" So, for example, if let's say right now I might be in my head, not knowing that I'm having a conversation, but it might be about a random thought about, something that happened a year ago or something I need to do. But it's calling me back and say, hey, you're not in the present moment. You're attaching yourself to a reality that's not what you want. Let's wheel it back in. And it's just holding yourself accountable. And it's the daily practices. So just making sure when a situation arises, you say, okay, I can practice this. So just that's what's I'm just using
Yeah.
life to
Yes.
affirm and bring me what I want.
Yes. Like you're really being present when those
Really,
come up right now.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm like, this is part of the play. This is the character. This is the setup. This is the scene. Okay, cool. We was preparing for this when we was feeling into that state. And even like I'll try to hold like the feeling state for let's just say I'll try to hold it for like 17 seconds. Oh, bro, something I've been doing. I saw this Instagram reel where this person's like alarm clock is like a standing ovation, like a clap, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So when I wake up, I imagine the audience, and I imagine them clapping and cheering, and then it gets me like into like oh, okay, I'm being cheered on. But then from that, I'll flow into whatever reality I'm trying to align with. So it's like a little hack to get me going. But it's like, oh yeah, well done, you got that yacht on the marina, yeah. And in my
Dude,
head, I'm like, yeah.
dude,
But
I
I'll hold it
love
for
that.
17 seconds, just like this. Let's just start
Yeah.
building it in.
You know what I did? I saw dude crazy so I got to see Vince Carter recently
Yeah, 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 I saw
because
that. Yeah, yeah.
I just got an email. There was like $15 tickets to watch like the premiere of his new
Oh,
documentary in a theater. And I was like, dude, this is lit.
come on.
$15? That's crazy. Like I expected like maybe like 20 or something like that. And I go to the event and he was freaking there with JR and
Oh, that's
with his
dope.
their families. And I was sitting rows away from them. Like he was literally Vince Carter and JR were literally like in the middle of the theater, like
That's
in the rows.
awesome.
Like they weren't like in a VIP section, like
Yeah.
literally with the people. And during the documentary, oh sorry, like well, first of all, it was just so motivating and inspiring, and it's so beautiful to watch. Like it, the documentary started off with him like as a like super young teenager with a
Hmm.
baby face, just being like, I just want to be the greatest, one of the greatest NBA players in the world. Like I want to be like Mike. And now look, like it's so
Come
beautiful.
on.
When when the documentary finished, and everyone started clapping and he started making his way to the stage for a Q and
Yeah.
A. I took that exact moment to imagine that this was my award ceremony
Ah, come on.
and everyone was clapping for me. Bro, I
Yes.
started literally tearing up.
Oh,
I embodied it so fully. And then my friend was telling me there's a book called Reality Transurfing,
okay.
and in that book you should be using those real life moments and to apply it to you, especially like if
Mm-hmm.
you're in a crowd setting. So like
Mm-hmm.
if someone is cheering, like take that on for yourself. Like they're cheering for you. If you're watching a movie in a movie theater and like you're seeing like this gorgeous mansion or the car you want, like you're not
Yeah.
you're not giving your attention away to the movie blindly. It's like you're desiring it. Like bring the energy back to you.
Jasmine. What the
What's coming up for
fuck?
you?
You
Like
can use everything. You can use
use
everything.
every single moment for you.
Ah, damn. Like it's simple, but it's so
So like if you see someone walking down the street with like some like really awesome sneakers that you want, like be happy. It's like, oh my God, like those look amazing. Like I'd love that. Like just constantly bring it back to yourself.
oh fuck. I'm gonna play around with this
I
today. Fuck. What do you think will be your stage, well, probably stages moment? You'll probably be doing speaking events or Abraham Hicks shit and people just cheering you on.
I see I really so and I feel like a lot of us feel that way. I know I know I'm gonna leave a legacy of some sort. Hi, kitty.
This is little Lulu. Hello, darling. You making
Sunny was
noise?
sitting on my lap before, but then I was just adjusting my phone and he just left.
We are a pro cat household in this community.
Yes.
Oh, did I tell we got a kitten.
No way.
He's a
So
well,
you
this is my
have
first male
a
kitten, so I'm not used to like the aggression. But
ah
we call him Little Mustache because he has like a mustache.
mustache.
Hold on, darling, get comfortable. I'm in the middle of a podcast.
How are they getting along?
That's a funny question. So we have three. The other tuxedo cat, we call her Karen. Um, she picks and chooses what she thinks is acceptable. So one minute she doesn't like them, and the next minute she wants them to chase her. Lulu and the little one, they get along because they like to chase each other. But it was a interesting. Oh, I just got this hoodie. Thank you. It was interesting bringing it together moment. You just want the
Hmm.
dove. This ain't the time, baby. This ain't the time. But it was interesting. Um, no, let's go back to Vince Carter because that was fucking. Because
Oh yeah.
the thing with you, it's really cool being able to like as our friendship like is going on throughout the years, it just is I really love seeing the things that you do and go through and like experience because with you, when things happen, you really sit in that like let's say it's like the most craziest thing. Let's just there's something to happen and you're naturally so grateful and you really just immerse yourself in that reality which then just furthers more things coming And it's not like you're actively trying. It's just your state
Mhm.
of being and who you are naturally. Just allows it to continue to multiply. I just love that.
And I kind of see it as like, like once you reach a certain stage of your life or a certain lifestyle, like why on earth would the universe try to bring you down from that?
Exactly.
Like it's always an elevation. And I feel like a lot of people get defeated easily and force
Yeah.
themselves to go back into a lower level.
Yes.
Like if they lose their jobs, I'm sure a lot of people get so fearful, like so sad, depressed, and be like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna get rid of my apartment. I'm gonna get sell my car and do all of this stuff." And like
You
just
ain't got to
like,
do all that.
yeah,
You ain't got to do
seriously.
that.
Like
I
sick.
am the king of when you lose a job, abundance follows after.
Yes. By the way, I think there's reactions on the Zoom and it did the thumbs up for you when you did that. That was
Oh, I
awesome.
did?
Yeah. I think that was confirmation and a
That was
sign.
confirmation. No, because okay, first of all, why are you tripping about losing a job anyway? You didn't even want to work there in the first place. So
Yes.
let's just start there. But I think it one triggers safety and it triggers a sense of lack. I think that's the
Yes,
initial
absolutely.
two core
Yeah.
feelings.
And
But
understandably.
understandably, right. There's multiple things because nothing happens for a coincidence, right?
Mhm.
It's nothing happens. That you're no longer in alignment with it or serve its purpose. It's usually
Mhm.
both of them. And you have
Yes.
something even more amazing that's waiting for you, but we need to move this out the way. This
Yes.
basically. And if you can really accept that and know that, okay, one, God source, whatever you want to call it, is removing this, or my higher self is removed, I'm removing this, whatever. I know that something even better is about to be replaced because I know that I'm loved and I'm always supported. Anything that's happened, I've always been taken care of.
Hmm.
Always, 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 always. So what's next? Ooh, I'm excited. What's next? Like if you can really grasp that concept with anything that happens to your life
What?
and when things
Yeah.
happen, like prime example, I always get raises in salary, an increase in salary every single
Mhm.
time, every single time. And it's not like a 5 to 10. It'll double sometimes. And I'm like, damn, this is felt okay. I'm actually glad that didn't happen. Like it's little shit like that. It's you have to you it's that final boss moment. Like shout out to Andy. Like you it's like
Mm.
when you beat the final boss and you're replaying a story and you have all the weapons and tools to be able to just to navigate forward. Like you're Super Saiyan God. You're Goku in the Ultra Instinct form. You know what the fuck
Yeah.
finna happen.
Yes.
You just do. That's all you do. It's a beautiful life, man.
Yes. And honestly, like when I look back, like seriously, all the major contrasts or like the shitstorms that I've gone through,
Yeah,
when I look back, like all of those moments prepared me specifically to everything that I'm experiencing now. And
yeah,
like I could like brush off my shoulder because like I already like defeated it.
yes,
But
yes,
like, dude, and like that's the other part too. It's like, why should you ever feel defeated? Like literally everything that's happening in your life is for you. It's for your growth.
yes. And yes, it may make you uncomfortable, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
But then that's when you have to affirm to yourself, I'm okay. And what if you're like, Rich, Jasmine, I only got $10 to my name. Okay, well, focus on I would focus on the feeling of whatever the desired reality that you want. Your job isn't to know
Mhm.
the finite details. You just
Yeah.
hold your frequency on what you want the most and live in
Yeah.
that end state. And they may call you delusional, but guess what? You still impressed to this day.
Yes. And spend that $10 on like the one thing that's gonna make you so happy in that moment, like a good ass pizza or burger.
Yes.
Like don't.
Or or split the 10 into 10 singles and you can use $1 to buy some chips. But you say, damn, I can afford these chips with $1 and it feels good to be able to spend this $1 and have so much more abundance to
Yeah.
spend. Like
Yes.
just play. It's games you can play with yourself essentially. Because it's
Dude,
not
that's the thing
easy,
too.
bro.
Yeah. And I know that like money brings up a lot of feelings for people because it's obviously it's like tied to like what you were saying, like security,
Hmm.
safety. Because like when you have that faith in a universe, it's like, bro, like your back, like the universe always has your back. Like money
Always.
always comes.
Yes.
Like you're not
Oh,
the what's the worst that's gonna happen? Like,
it's always best case scenario energy.
yes, yes,
Always. Oh, when you get paid, just be like, damn, I'm grateful that I get this check. Because not like it's the small things we take for granted. Like you may like to go grab Starbucks, for example. You take being able to buy Starbucks 15 times in a month for granted. But you know that when that check hit, you can buy the Starbucks. So use those moments like, oh, I'm really grateful I'm able to spend this money on so and so and so and so. It's just you just have it's just
yeah. And I think it's important too, like it's like, bro, like we're not talking out of our ass here. It's like we've both been
no.
broke. We've both been at our
Yes.
worst, at rock
Yes.
bottom. It's like and
Yes.
overcame every single time.
Yes.
And there's something to that that anyone could do.
Come on. Oh. And
One
then
thing that uh,
well, go ahead.
uh one breakthrough that I actually had. Oh, Andy says hi, by the way. He was just texting me
What's
good
up,
morning.
Andy?
Um, and we both kind of like came into this like breakthrough together, but like his was more
Yeah.
like focused on another topic.
Yeah.
But because I was doing more of the Joe Dispenza meditations, I'm like really cultivating that feeling of abundance.
Yeah.
Um, and naturally, like I have like a very powerful imagination, and like I was super into Neville for so long, so I kind of just like I've been combining it, and I realized like my breakthrough and my huge aha moment was like I realized in my imagination, I'm seeing like the most beautiful house that I want to build, like my family, my friends together, my kids, a beautiful scenery, like literally every single person in my family and life that I love so much together in harmony. And then that's when it
Yes.
hit me. I was like, dude, I'm not manifesting money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm manifesting harmony in all of my relationships. And money is just that tool to create the platform. And like once I realized that, it's like, whoa, like it's not about the money. Like I could
Yeah.
have that. I don't necessarily need money to have that anyway.
Yeah.
So I kind of like I'm starting to tap into more of like, dude, like what's the true daily lifestyle
Yeah.
I really want? And it's like I feel like then like focusing on that, then the money is gonna come to make it happen.
I
Versus like
love
me just
that.
focusing directly on the money.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, why am I it's like it's almost like I'm going through the middleman. It's like, no, like,
Exactly.
yeah.
When you said that, it made me think about, whenever you go on holiday, it's always that blissful feeling, no matter where you at. And it's not the fact that you're in another country, it's that you're chasing that feeling that you feel when
Yeah.
you're on that holiday.
Yes.
It's the same thing with
And
your situation.
I want life to always feel that way. Seriously. That travel feeling, I love that so much.
Bro, it's no better feeling. I'm sorry.
And even that feeling, it's just because like we're so in the present moment and we're choosing to see everything as new because it is.
Yes.
But it's like
Yes.
you could easily do that like in the town or
Yeah,
city
you
you're living
could.
in right now, technically. There's really no difference.
How would you feel if you had all the money in the world and wake up and be like, damn, okay, I know I have, let's just play around. I know I have 3 million in the bank right now. What would I spend that 3 million on today if I knew that it's just gonna replenish itself tomorrow? Like, how would I
Ooh.
live today? Like, just play it, like, even if just play around with that feeling, like, damn, I might just,
Yeah,
I might just
it's so
take a day trip to London. Like, fuck it.
fun. Ooh. I'd probably go on a motorbike ride.
That'd be fucking dope.
Yes.
That'd be fucking tough. You pull up to Andy and you're like, "Yo, bro, it's a motorbike in a truck. We going for a ride, bro.
Yes, dude, I can't.
I don't care what you got to do today. Cancel that shit. We go."
Funny enough, whenever I want to tap into joy, that feeling of joy, like literally my happiest moments are when I've been on motorbikes or jet skis.
We had technical difficulties, but we are back. What was the? forgot what we were talking
Oh,
about.
oh, I wanted to ask, what what moment in your imagination or like memory, like
Hmm.
if you think about it, like just brings that pure, joyful, blissful feeling for you?
Mm, I'm gonna be kind of biased. It's been recently. I have like the other day I was walking to head home, and it just hit me like, damn, I'm living in another country, and it's just kind of like that.
Mhm.
You that moment where you realize how much your life has grown. And it's
Oh,
just like that, damn, I'm grateful. Like this is a really dope experience. For
yeah,
that, that's what that is for me.
yeah. I love that.
Because it's no like I take things for granted, like just going to the grocery store or just like being in the city. Like to me, it's just like a normal day being downtown in Chicago. It's like, no, bro, like you're in another country, like different
Wow, dude.
culture. I was on the phone with Chelsea and like like when you talking to the homies and you just like talking how you talk. I was on the
Yeah.
phone and I was just like walking through the city and people would just be staring at me like, oh oh shit, it's American. And I'm like, oh, I'm not used to like people just hearing me talk out in the street like it's like a
Yes.
spotlight on me. So I'm like, fuck, this is a little weird. But it's like little shit, it makes you remember like, oh shit, I'm not from here.
Yes.
I'm not from here. It's just oh no. But how about you? What are your moments?
Uh, my honestly, the what brought brings me true joy and bliss, the feeling of it, and I think it's the core emotion is tied to freedom, but it's
Hmm.
me being on a motorbike or a jet ski with
Yes.
music blasting at top speed.
Oh,
Like
bro.
whenever I'm doing the Joe Dispenza or like Neville Goddard, like if I just want to cultivate and just like bring up that feeling of like pure joy and abundance, I just have to think about that, and I'm like, I'm there.
You know what that reminded me of? We didn't talk since I went to Sri Lanka, but yes, I
Yes.
forgot about that. We was in a tuk-tuk driving up the mountain, and the guy asked if I wanted to plug in my phone and play music. And like those songs where you like it's like those I made it songs and songs that like hype you up and shit like that. I was putting those on. I'm like, fuck, this is dope. I'm riding through the mountains in another fucking country in a tuk-tuk, like just vibing to my shit. Like, there's no better feeling than that. Like similar to your motorcycle one.
Yes.
Oh, you can't tell me shit.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, I love moments like that so much.
Or even too, I don't know how if you guys have like electric scooters. When I would be in Chicago, I would just vibe through the city in a scooter and listen to my music and like that was like pure bliss for me. Like you
Dude,
couldn't tell me nothing else.
I saw a couple of them in New York, but it's not consistent. I honestly didn't question it, but I hope so. Dude, that shit is so fun. I used to do that in
It
Miami.
it is amazing, bro. It's I
Dude,
love
that's why
those,
I
man.
can't wait to be a driver. I don't have my driver's license yet. But bro, I can't wait for those moments where it's like, I don't know, it's like 1 or 2 a.m. I can just go on the high
Yes.
and just like take a
Yes.
cruise. I can't wait for those.
Especially in the summertime. That's like the best feeling. Window down.
Bro, stop.
Come on now. Liddy. Especially like nobody, it's like somebody else driving and you can like just chill and vibe and smoke or whatever.
Yes. Oh
Come
my
on now.
God.
We Liddy. Ooh, something I've been planning. I had a realization moment. So you know the concept of dreams. And every time you dream, it's a random cast of characters, like there's people you don't know. And I had a moment like, damn, that's just like in this waking dream. It's people that you don't know that's just random throughout the day. And they always change. The only thing that stays the same is like the people around you. Like you have your neighbors that you're gonna see, but that's just a cast of characters just to make it feel real. Or if you're commuting, you might see the same cast of people,
Mhm.
but in the background characters of it all, it's always a new cast of people. I'm like, damn, so this is the similar thing like a dream, but I'm just more lucid and conscious for this, let's say, 15 hours that I'm awake right now.
Whoa. Whoa, dude.
That fucked with me.
That reminds me of a super crazy. I mean, it's not that crazy, but like it just like sparked something within me. It was something about um basically something to the effect that like when you're choosing to become present, like you get to be lucid in God's dream.
Yes, it's
I
a
was
God's
like,
dream. It's a
yeah,
God's dream. And Kanye said it too. And it went over my head, but then I'm like, oh, I see what you mean. We're dreaming right now. Our soul is dreaming.
yeah.
our soul is literally dreaming right now. And it's and that's why you got and I use that like if I'm like I said, if I'm taking the play too seriously, I'm like, bro, you're just dreaming. Why are you
Yes.
taking it serious?
Dude, I love coming back to that. And it's like, and I feel like, like things like mushrooms and psychedelics kind of help me to like kind of break
Mm,
that illusion. But I do the same exact thing. Like when I find myself like become too stressed or like too emotionally invested in something, I'm like,
hmm
bro, this shit's like none of this matters. None of this
This is real.
matters.
Come
And
on.
everything absolutely matters at the same time.
Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes. It's I love this dream. It's just
dude, that could yeah, honestly, like I see why our souls came here. Like, bro, being a human is lit. We get to
yes.
do so much.
You just this well, it's not gonna be lit at first because you're asleep, you think you're
Yeah,
this character, but once you wake up and you realize, then like you said, I see why we want to keep coming back. Cause this shit is
me
lit.
too.
Being
Me
able to feel a breeze, like a summer breeze, being able to lay on the beach and feel the sun. You can't do that as spirit, but it feels
too.
so euphoric and blissful. Or having your favorite food. That shit feels like an orgasm, and you get that every single time.
Dude, yes.
The bliss, bro.
Seriously. I'm listening to a good ass song and the vibes are just perfect. Oh my God.
Even music, like I can't even imagine not listening to music. I can't.
Dude, what a gift music is.
Yes.
Like, and it's pure source. Like, bro, how do people come up with this stuff? Dude, what are
Yeah.
those? Wow.
And
There's
it's
so much to
always
be grateful for.
it's like that's what I'm saying. Just find the pockets of things. Just be like, damn, I'm taking that for granted. Like even
Yes.
just even just having milk in the fridge, like now you can make your coffee even better. Like it's just the little
Yes.
things. Like I'm grateful. It's like, oh, this is a beautiful life.
Yes.
And if you don't
And
like your life, use it as contrast to have a better life.
yes. And I think like that's part of the illusion too. Like when something bad, quote bad happens to us,
Mm-hmm.
like we get so focused on this literally one singular thing in our life and
Yes.
like decide to forget everything else that's amazing.
Yes.
And it's like, why? You could easily do that with like the one positive thing in your life and just
Ex
amplify it. But
That's so true. But that was just like what we was talking about earlier, using every single like when you use at the Vince Carter thing, you use that opportunity to say, "This is my clapping moment." They're cheering me on, actually, and that you got emotional because it was so freaking real. But
yeah,
you're convincing yourself this is for you and not
yes,
for Vince.
yes.
And your
I feel like
body and the DNA morphed.
damn, I had a good opportunity to do. I just wasn't conscious of it yesterday at the mustard truck rally, but like
Mhm.
just seeing all the kids and being joyful, I could have easily just like tapped in. Like I want to feel that free and blissful, like that
Yeah.
childlike energy. I didn't think about it at the moment, but like that would have been an
But
opportunity.
But the fact that you're aware of it, come on, these are your everyday activities. Like this is a normal day in Jasmine life. But now you know when another situation happens, you just tap into it. But you don't know. It's just come on now.
Ooh, can I ask like, what do you feel like a major theme is going to be for you this year, or an intent?
I the I really feel, well, not really feel. I want to. What I probably should say I really feel. I think it's just like the feeling of I'm not even gonna put a title on it because I'm correcting myself. I want to feel how it feels to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. That's the feeling that I would like to be in this year
Same.
if work was an option, if anything was an option, what would I choose to do? If like I said, if I randomly want to go to Spain, I'm able to do so. If I want to hire a boat to just chill on the lake, I want to be able to do so. I want to have that feeling.
Yes.
If nothing was an option, if nothing stopped you from doing what you want to do, how would that feel for you?
Yes. And that's
Which
how,
part would you want to pick today?
yeah. Ooh, that's a really good one. Honestly, like I really resonate with that. Like that's exactly what I'm aiming for in my life right now. Like freedom in every aspect.
hmm Because it's a similar feeling that we have when we're on holiday. It's the same, that's the feeling
Yes.
that we're chasing.
Yes.
You know when you're on holiday, like mentally, you know it's up to a certain point, but you're still present and you're just focused on being in that present moment and staying in that blissful place.
Yeah, like every single day feels like an adventure. Like, oh, like what are we
Oh,
gonna do today?
exactly, bro. Exactly. When I was in Sri Lanka, I always want to stay in the treehouse. We stayed in the treehouse, and that shit it
That's
was dope.
awesome.
I had monkeys like get your booty out the camera. And we had like monkeys out like on the thing. And it's like it was just dope just being it was just dope being next to monkeys being in the jungle. I've always wanted to be in the jungle, and that was like the coolest shit ever.
Dude,
That was the
real,
coolest shit.
that's so baller.
It was dope. I had one thing I played with, bro. I had so when you convert well, obviously you've been caught. When you convert dollars or pounds over to those foreign countries, it you get more or whatever. So I had 150,000 Sri Lankan rupees on the table, and I'm counting it, and I'm feeling like, damn, I got 150,000. But I'm not putting I'm just saying like this currency. I'm like, this shit is dope. Like I had a moment like I'm counting 150,000. Like no matter what the currency is, that's a lot
Yes,
of fucking money. Like that's a
yes.
lot of fucking money. And I'm like, damn, like I fucking made it. Like I fucking hell.
I love doing that too. It's like, dude, like the
Come
money.
on, dog. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw it on yours. But you use those moments like.
Yes.
Damn, like okay, I got a little change on me here. I got a little budget. Best feeling, bro. Just using those moments is like ah contrast. Like everybody says the same thing, but unless you find what works for you, it's just
Yeah.
really what it's about.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think like yeah, like honestly, it just has to like all start with presence at the very beginning.
yes.
Like just being aware like what's going on internally for you and like what do you want to see change?
Yes. You just become the character. Oh, what was I gonna say? I haven't done this in a while. I know I keep saying that, guys. I always ask this last question to my guest. What would your message be to humanity during this time? You can literally, I know this has been a while, so I know.
Um, my message right now is you always know intuitively in your heart if you resonate with something based on how you're feeling about it. If you feel good about it, it's the right path. If you don't feel good about it for any reason, there's either fear blocking you and it should be the path, but it's like as long as it excites you and it feels good, you're feeling that for a reason. And that's
Yes,
the only thing you need to trust and follow.
come on.
Everything else is going to answer itself later on.
Beautifully spoken. Jasmine, thank you so much for being on the
Thank you,
pod.
dude. I love this so much. Yo, we got to have you on too
Let
on the
me
pod.
out. Please let me know.
Yeah,
Would
we'll
love
coordinate.
to be. I would love
Yeah.
to be on. Oh, guys, I will have Jasmine and Andy's information below so you can join the
Oh,
meditation on
yes, please.
Saturdays.
And especially if anyone wants to start like practicing meditation consistently, like literally anyone is free to join.
And also, wait, because you're still posting on your podcast too.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that for all our new listeners and those who are returning to the show?
Oh, besides Guns Roses and spirituality?
Hmm.
Oh, the one with Ari. Dude, we're gonna kick that back up soon
Yeah.
enough. Guided by Source? Yes.
Yes. That
We're
was
kicking that
fire.
up again. Yeah.
Come on now. Guys, thank you for listening. I'm back and I hope you have a great weekend and week and be successful. And I love you all. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.